Welcome to GuiboardSynth YouTube channel. Tonight I'm gonna do a quick tutorial of the game WWF Royal Rumble and maybe highlight some of the strats that you can do to play and enjoy yourself and discover maybe new things. I'll try to be quick. So let's try that on probably the triple tag team, just because I might want to try to highlight some of the special moves of the wrestlers. The difficulty is pretty much just when you do a strength check. Is that how you call it, when the two wrestlers grab themselves and like force test each other? So if you crank it up to 10, then it's real hard to win those challenges. And if you keep it level 1, it's super easy to win what you're trying. I'm gonna highlight the wrestlers that have a special move using that wrestling technique, or how can I call it? That force test. I don't remember the proper English for it. I apologize. So when you play it with the ref, you cannot use your upper left and right triggers, which normally would eye gouge or strangle, choke the enemy. And therefore I will just highlight how to basically play. The basic situation is just punches and kicks, which is B and A. Sorry, I do a poor job of showing B and A. Here's where half of the game happens. So A is the kicks, B is the punches. When the enemy lays on the floor, then you cannot properly use A or B. It's gonna do something different than throwing punches in the air. Another situation that happens is when the enemy is running. If you press B, you do some kind of body slam. If you press A, then it's gonna be the kick. If you press X, it's gonna be the clothesline. And if you press Y, you're gonna run yourself. So while running, if you press B, but the enemy needs to be standing up, sorry, and you throw a kick in the air. And then there's B, something else I gotta explain there. When the enemy lays on the floor, you can press B or A. A is just a little smash, and B is the heavy fall. Yeah, that's not working good. I guess I'll have to do it in a 2-player environment, because it's real hard to follow, I guess. Yeah. And when you're doing that strength check, if you press A, it's just gonna do a little headbutt. And if you press X, then it's the top move. Yeah, and I put the remote right in front of it. I really gotta practice my thing. Okay, so if you press A, then you hit the head. If you press X, that is the upper button, then you do that move that I don't know what it's called. If you press B, then that's gonna be the body slam. And if you press Y, it's gonna send the opponent running. And depending where you stand, if you keep pressing A while the opponent is on the ground, you're either gonna slam him or do the little kick thingies. If you run the ref over, he's gonna fall, and you can use the eye gouge, the left and right trigger button. Yeah, I got him. So here's where you can choke the enemy or just eye gouge him. Eye gouge is a bit cheap. You can just spam eye gouge until the ref wakes up, and there's not much the opponent can do. Oh, hi. Oh, I cannot eye gouge anymore. If you use your left and right triggers while doing the strength check, it's gonna do either the atomic bomb, or the other way around would be the backbreaker move. Right trigger. I think the enemy initiated the strength check. When the enemy initiates the strength check, you have a bit of a penalty to it. It's a little harder to succeed. And so the right trigger is going to be the backbreaker move, and the left trigger is going to be the atomic bomb, I think. And when the enemy gets low enough on energy, you're going to be able to use your special move. It unlocks the special move whenever the opponent is weak enough. So I'll do the backbreaker move using the right trigger. And whenever the opponent gets weak enough... Oh, you're doing your special move! That applies to Undertaker, to Razor Ramon, and to Mr. Perfect. The other wrestlers have sometimes the ground move, and sometimes it's top rope moves, running, special moves. There's many variety that I won't be able to highlight right now. It would make a really long video. And then something else to maybe notice or showcase. Normally it takes 3 hits to bring your enemy to the floor, but there's a threshold where you send 3 hits and he doesn't quite fall on the floor. He gets weak, and some wrestlers use the weakened state to do their special moves. Oh, wrong trigger button. Boom. Here we are, winning with Undertaker. So the eye gouge is one of the cheap ways to win a match. Another cheap way is to do the leg drop, run leg drop. On one-on-one, one player brawl. I can crank it up to 10, that doesn't matter. CPU chooses, sure. Let's highlight one of the weak moves, and by weak I mean when the enemy is a bit weakened, not on the floor, but weakened. You can do your special move. So let's go cheesy and cheap. Here's one of the quickest way. Didn't quite work. I had one too many steps. Here I'm also highlighting level 10 difficulty. There, the strength check is much harder. I don't know how to break out of it quickly. But here we go. This is the cheap strat. Just run, press B, run, press B, and B again. Like, not running, it does that move, and when you run, it's the leg drop. Okay, it's gonna be time to highlight the second type of special moves. That you come from behind, and here's your special move, victory. I guess I should have done the tag team and show what wrestler has what move. Triple tag team. Let's highlight some more moves, and that's gonna be it for my tutorial on what to do in WWF Royal Rumble game. People who know Macho Man would just know you stand on the top rope and you hit your right trigger button, and he's gonna do the special move if the opponent is weak enough. Mr. Perfect is the strength check strategy that you hit your right trigger. Undertaker, same thing, strength check and right trigger. Bret Hart, get your enemy on the floor, and if you have access to the legs, then you can hit the right trigger. If the enemy is too close to the ropes, the legs are too close to the rope, you don't have enough room to actually initiate the special move. If your enemy's arms or opponent arms are within the reach of the ropes, nothing happens. You do your special move and he cannot grab the rope. That was not implemented. Tatanka has a special move. Hard to actually do. Crush is, I think I highlighted, where you hit your enemy 3 times, it gets weakened, and you can then go from behind of him and do your special move. Another way to get your enemy a little weak is to do the atomic bomb, the left trigger, real hard to do on level 10, and then you're gonna do that atomic bomb move and make your enemy weak. Ric Flair, similar to Bret Hart, is gonna be the figure 4 leg lock. You're just get your enemy on the ground when he's weak enough, and you do the right trigger while you're close to the opponent's feet, and you're gonna do a special move. Shawn Michaels is similar to Crush. Get your enemy weakened, but standing up, get behind him, and you do the special suplex. Razor Ramon, I highlighted that it was the right trigger when you do the strength check, strength test. Yokozuna is a bit of a special move. Narcissist is the next one that's going to be a special move. I'm going to select him. And then Teddy DiBiase, $1 Million Man, is similar to Crush and Shawn Michaels. Get your enemy weak, but standing up, get behind him, and do the $1 Million Dream submission move. So let's get the Narcissist with the running forearm special move. And those are the harder move to actually succeed, or the harder move to pull off. I don't know between Yokozuna and Macho Man who's harder to pull off. There, I got it. Almost got it. Regardless, I'm gonna do it anyway, whoever I'm fighting with. Yeah, I was saying I don't know who's harder to pull off, Yokozuna or Macho Man. Macho Man is really intuitive. Stand up on the top rope. Yokozuna is just your enemy is on the ground near the turnbuckles. You can do it. Okay, who are we gonna highlight first? Let's start with Yokozuna, since he's one of the easier guy to do the move. Let's be super cheap there. Oops, didn't go full cheap. Another way to be super cheap. 1, 2. Is to just let your opponent run into the turnbuckles. There's a timing thing that I don't have, that I had earlier. Oops. Sorry for the bit of a fooling around. There's another thing I didn't talk about that I can. You can throw your enemy out of the ring. Just like that. And if he's weak enough, you can jump from the third rope on your opponent. Ah, come on. Leave me alone, Crush. Oh, it doesn't work. There's there's a specific position where your opponent has to be and land, and oh, didn't want to do that. There's a specific position, and so if I want to throw fists, it's the same button as tag team. It's B button. So yeah, there's a specific position where the opponent has to be for you to do Yokozuna special move. As Macho Man is much easier. Just almost anywhere on the ring, you just jump. So here we do the special move. Boom! Banzai drop. Tatanka is the next little bit easier of the harder guys, because I think it's just like the clothesline. You send your enemies in the ropes, and it's similar to the clothesline. I think you don't have to run to do the move. Nothing special here. Also, you have to be far away enough from the ropes if you send your opponent running. There we are. Yeah, Tatanka, you just, instead of clothesline, special button. There's a way you can fail your special moves. If you're standing too close to the ropes, at some point, it might fail. So you can throw your enemy out while doing the strength check, just like that. There's another way you can throw your enemy out using the left trigger button. Just like that. Nobody grabbed the chair, I guess. I was trying to get someone to grab the chair. Did I talk about the ref at all? That you can strangle and eye gouge? I think I did. That's old news. Come on. Ah, leave me alone. And then let's show the special move of the Narcissist. This one is a running move. See, it didn't quite work. It's better when you run in the cables and then do it. That works much easier. Oh, he's not through yet. So swing your opponent in the ropes and then run in the opposite direction and hit the trigger. Yeah. As I was running in the ropes, I just started spamming the right trigger. Find it a little harder with Narcissist. Lex Luger. Run, 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 hit the left trigger. Oh, that was funny. That was a fun timing. So I guess that sums it up. It's already a 20-minute long video. That sums up my English tutorial for WWF Royal Rumble. There's a little more to talk about in the different gameplays. But I'm not gonna go through that since it's already a 20-minute long video. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day. Thank you for watching GuiboardSynth, and game on.